All right, so my name is Kevin Garcia. Been in the hospitality industry for 10 years, and I'm currently 26 years old. Within those 10 years of experience, there have been 6 years of management experience currently. As far as mentors, I've always worked for an independent hotel. So definitely food and beverage director, the first person that channeled and funneled me through the reins was Michael Poundsbury. From there, we started as him as restaurant manager, myself as a busboy, and through the progression of an independent hotel. I'm sure it would be an accelerated process in a chain, but in the independent hotel industry, it's more of who you know. So as soon as one person grows and they see your gifts or talents or work ethic, you grow together linearly or parallel. So working in the hospitality industry has definitely been interesting. Having the personality that I have and meeting the people that I've met, it's always a dynamic office. Scenery always changes, your guests always change. Your workload might be the same at times, but there's definitely something of that spark of speaking to someone new that just ignites that passion. I don't As far as leadership and management style, I'd say I'm very hands-on, and that's probably my largest detriment. I'd rather show you how to do something than boss you around. I'll definitely be the person right next to you doing it with you. But again, as a management, you have to realize, as a manager, you have to realize it's time to step away and show people efficiently and correctly once for them to do it correctly. Can't always be you doing something yourself because then you're not effectively managing. As far as the most effective leadership style, in my opinion, would be the democratic. There does need to be a structure for the team to follow, but if you do hire the right team, you're hiring the best to do what they're trained to do and what their experience tells them to do. So whether it be in a restaurant environment, you're probably hiring the best server if you're running the establishment. There is a structure of what they should follow, but the decision making should come from themselves so you could properly and efficiently manage other aspects of the building. The style that I've tried that hasn't worked for me in many occasions has been delegating or over delegating, because that normally comes with lack of communication. I might know my expectations of a job or what needs to be done, but I might not necessarily communicate that. Then at the end of the day, something is either wrong, incorrect, missing, or lacking. The only person to blame is myself. In my opinion, what doesn't work is an authoritative structure, especially in the hospitality industry. You're hiring people with personality, people with experience, people who have been doing it for years, for the most part have a passion of what they're doing, and they constantly have to be told what to do. Chances are they probably already know the answer, they've probably had that experience, and no one likes a manager telling them what to do after they've probably done it more times than that manager. Helping employees get to the next level or move on or grow or further develop their talents is by dealing with them individually. Not everyone starts off at the same level, not everyone can retain the same amount of knowledge, not everyone gives you the same 100%. Just because someone gives you 100% doesn't mean they're as qualified as the person next to them, and that's totally fine. Understanding that as a manager is probably the most important part. Just knowing who you could address what with. Sensitivity nowadays is very difficult, and who you address and the words you choose comes back to just the psychological terms of not attacking someone by saying you should improve. It could be, we could work on this, I've made the same mistakes, this is how I got over making these mistakes. Or don't even address it as a mistake entirely. But there are certain team members or line level employees that you could develop, and even managers that you could develop as well. There might be an authoritative style that happens to be your manager. You could kind of develop that trend to work towards removing that management style and working together towards a democratic or perhaps a parental management style. Culture drives staff, culture drives people, culture drives your business. So having staff that can really follow the mantra, really embody that, will drive your business into prosperity. I know it sounds very cheesy, but just having someone that could stand behind something that they could believe and that their manager and owner and the entire department supports really will propel you forward. As far as the company mantra that works for us or the culture that works for us, it's very fun, it's very whimsical just because of the age group that we're dealing with. But if it's something that your entire team could stand behind and not have a doubt in their mind about what their culture is, it's very easy to execute that goal and just focus on the customer. Once you have that core foundation of what your company delivers, the product comes secondary. You're dealing with relations as opposed to selling a product or a service. And at the end of the day, every business is customer service. Best experience is definitely every guest that walks out with a smile. It's not about the extra tip. It's not about the great comments online. It's having a customer or person or child, anyone that comes back and remembers you. We might see 1,000 faces a day, but that one person who remembers you was obviously impacted enough to remember your name, with or without a name tag. The least favorite experience definitely has to be the cranky guests. They'll come and go, generation over generation. There might be a few complaints. They might scream in your ear, they might scream in your face. Those are not the fun moments, but when they walk away and you could turn that frown upside down, you could find hope in those hopeless situations. There's some fucking rough ones out there. The best way to help a guest who's angry and unruly is just remind them that you're not there to argue. That's normally my pitch when a guest is upset. Hear them out. They're obviously going to get whatever it is off their chest, but just remind them you're there to help, not there to argue. The more time they take out of your day, is the less time you have to correct the issue. So they're upset with their tab. The more time they yell at you, the less time you have to get it fixed. We could be here all day. My job is to listen to you, but I'd rather solve this for you and get you on your way. Turn this experience around. But if you're screaming at me, I can only smile at you. So working so many years in hospitality has really taught you to be nice to people, to respect people, and it's less about the product you sell and more about the communication and the bond you make with that guest. If you want to make people happy, you sell ice cream, but I could probably sell you a $5,000 bottle of wine that'll make you just as happy if I pair it with the rice steak and dessert. It's all about the experience that you make with someone and making them feel like it's hospitable and not a service that they're paying for. I've been lucky enough to be dragged in every direction in this industry, and now I've ended up in retail. Even though retail's in a market where Amazon and conglomerates like Walmart are taking them out of the game, such as Sears and department stores. But what we bring with the hospitality experience is the customer service side and not the meerkat effect of walking into a store where people just, can I help you? And get back to what they're doing and organizing clothes. So hospitality definitely teaches you a trend of where to take your business. Whether you sell computer programs, whether you sell lumber, it's very different what you're doing once you have that hospitality background. You're less analytical and you're more people focused, and that's where business has developed. Listen to people, just absorb as much as you can, talk a little less, and just comprehend the world around you. There's a lot going on, it's at a very fast pace, but just take that moment to actually listen and respond to people. Don't just say, hey, how are you? Good, and keep going. Take those 3 seconds to actually register what was said by someone and comment on that. Kind of lose our day when we say, hey, how are you today? Good. Oh, great. Do you have that report? We didn't really mean that. Oh, great. We just kept going. It's a word filler, just like just like what. It's just part of our natural day. Challenge yourself to remove that, and you'll make better connections with anyone. While you can, just graduate. Get it done. Finish. It's a whole world out there. Leave your city. Challenge yourself. Go out. Join a cruise line. Join Emirates Airlines. Do something fun. You're only young now. And if you regret it, still have a master's degree. So entering in the hospitality field, get ready to work long hours, get ready to lose some friends, get ready to gain new ones, have a crude sense of humor, make a few decisions that you'll definitely keep with you for the rest of your life. But you'll learn a lot from the people you work with. It's a melting pot for ethnicities, for cultures, for personalities. You're gonna find the timids, you're gonna find the outspokens, you're gonna find the funnies, you're gonna find the awkwards, but there are gonna be people that genuinely care about what they're doing. And you're gonna find some that are honestly there for the money, because it's the service industry. It's famous for that. Learn to split those hairs, learn to align yourselves with the people you wanna learn something from, and you'll make better life choices. You might end up as a lawyer someday. You might meet a lawyer, you might marry one. You never really know. Do you want to lose your friends and family? Do you want to become an alcoholic? Long hours, never see a weekend off? Join us in the hospitality field. We're hiring. Want your dog to bark at you when you get home because he doesn't know you? Work in a restaurant. After all these years of training, after all the liquor trainings and bar meetings, Susie will still tell you that a Tito's and soda tastes like Grey Goose and soda. Words of wisdom. No, worst experiences. Fucking I have so many. Been called the Jungle Bunny before. What? I was at the Cascade for breakfast. I was like, okay. I was like, I don't know if that's supposed to be offensive. But do you want someone to tell you the difference between Grey Goose and Tito's? Work in a restaurant. And that's it. Many times I could swing my head as I talk, see if anyone catches the attention of